All right, now I'm going to show you one more method for importing. What we're going to do is we're going to import another MIDI file, but this one will just be the piano part. Now you notice we've already created a track for the piano part. So what we're going to do this time is we're going to import it into our Pro Tools session, but rather than having Pro Tools create a new track for it, we're going to put it over here in the clip list. Let me hide the dock, and remember this is where the clip list is. Down here on the bottom right of the edit window, there's a little arrow that is now pointing out. If I click it, the clip list will show up, and I can resize that by moving my cursor right to the border. What becomes that double arrow I can drag to the left or right, and I can close the clip list again by hitting that same arrow. So that arrow toggles it open or closed. What we're going to do is we're going to import that clip that has the piano part. I've already played it in, and that'll give you a chance to edit it. We're going to add that to the clip list. So what we'll do, go to the Pro Tools File menu and Import MIDI, and you'll have to navigate to the folder where you saved this part. You should have downloaded two different MIDI files. That one that we started our session with, and then this one, piano part.mid. So I'm going to double click that, and it opens up this window that we saw earlier. Now before, we left everything the same. We had Pro Tools create new tracks for these imported things, but we don't want to do that this time. Sometimes when you're working on a session, and you might have already set up tracks for drum loops, etc., and maybe there are MIDI files or other audio loops that you want to import, but you may want to use them in existing tracks rather than having Pro Tools create a new track. So if that's the case, what you'll do when this MIDI import options window opens, you'll choose clip list. So it'll add it to the clip list rather than adding it to the track. And we'll hit OK. And sure enough, there's our piano part right there, piano-01. And that's what we're going to add here. I'm going to zoom a little bit so that we can see more of the music. And maybe I'll even shrink the size of these tracks so that we can see everything. And what I want to do is I want to take this piano clip and put it right into this song. But I'm going to show you another little trick, or review a little trick over here with these different editing modes that are going to help us out. If we click on grid, we can drag that in and place it wherever we like, and it'll snap to the nearest grid line. If we choose slip, we can drag that from the clip list and place it anywhere we want. It will not slap to a grid. But what we really want in this situation is for that clip to be placed right at the beginning of the song. So to make that happen, one of the easiest ways to do that is to choose shuffle mode. So with shuffle selected, I'm going to go over here to the clip list. I'm going to grab that part that says piano 1, and I'll just drag it to that track and let go. And it placed it right at the beginning. And hopefully it'll play. Oh, no, sorry, it may not play until I go over here and make sure that that track is set to a track that's going to play on my synthesizer, a MIDI channel, and a multi-timbral part. Looks good. Let's try it out. Yep, seems to be working. Okay, that's it for this little bit.